I'm Ajosa Smolic. I'm the SFI Research Professor of Creative Technologies at Trinity College Dublin. We are doing research in visual computing, so covering computer graphics, computer vision and media technologies. So a lot of what we are doing is about immersive technologies and interactive things like augmented reality, virtual reality, and tools for artists. And one of our signature technologies is our content creation for volumetric video. And that's what we showcase here today. So it's an application of volumetric video in a cultural, in a theatrical example. And that is also one integral part of our research strategy, that we engage early on with creatives who should try out, test, and also disseminate and evaluate our technologies in real creative projects. So in this context here, we got together early with Nick Johnson from the School of Drama, who already had produced Samuel Beckett's play for a theatrical version. And it was a great idea to try to reinterpret that work for virtual reality using our new technologies.
The play is called Play. And so the first part of the trilogy was translating that into a live webcast, which was broadcast live on the internet. And then we migrated it to VR, which at that point then we made it interactive for the user. So the user was able to look between the characters and trigger the text using their gaze.
Thing was the scene between them. I can't have her crashing in here, she said, threatening to take my life.
A little jaunt to celebrate to the Riviera or our darling Grand Canary. He was looking pale.
This is the final version, which is the AR version. And today we're using what's called a Magic Leap, which is a kind of a cutting edge augmented reality lens that comes down over the eyes. It's basically the same rules as the VR version, but it's using AR technology. So it's kind of real but not real, mixed reality. And so the same rules apply. The user looks at the characters and triggers them into speaking by triggering them with their gaze.
Samuel Beckett is really one of the great innovators of technology in the theater. And he created works for all media. So he worked in radio, television, film. He was very interested and curious about the possibilities of new technologies. So we really believe that if Beckett had continued to work into this current century, he'd be very curious about all the technologies that we have now that didn't exist during the analog age. And so one of our missions at the Trinity Center for Beckett Studies has been to extend the idea of Beckett's theater into new technological realms. And that includes internet performance, camera-ready performance, wirecast performance, and in this particular case, the new medium of volumetric video. So we've created lots of projects now with the same material, and we're experimenting as each new technology comes out with how do we resolve the problem of what these plays are going to mean in the next century.